Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to get Visual Studio Code all set up so that we can start deploying our Terraform resources. So let's get started. As you can see, I've already installed Visual Studio Code. It was a pretty straightforward process. I am on a Windows machine, but this of course will also work on a Mac or Linux. So go ahead and first things first, let's get the AWS extension installed. So click on the extensions icon here on the left, and then search for AWS. And once you've done that, we've got this AWS toolkit here. Go ahead and click Install. Looks like everything installed fine, so I'm going to go ahead and close this pane and close this tab. And then I'm going to click on this little AWS icon. As you can see, we've got Connect to AWS right here, but before we can do that, we need to get some credentials installed. So head up to View and Command Palette. Then as you can see, I've searched for this before, but if you need to get to it, you can type AWS and then start typing Create Credentials Profile, just like so. And then open that. And as you can see here, I've got a credentials profile called VSCode. If yours looks different, make sure that you get this looking the same if you want to follow along in the course exactly. But of course, if you don't or you're comfortable making simple modifications, you can name this whatever you'd like. But what we need to do is populate this AWS Access Key ID and Secret Access Key. So go ahead and open your credentials file and paste this information in, just like so. All right, and once you've done that, go ahead and Control S to save this file. You should not have this white dot that was up here before, and close this tab. And then click on Connect to AWS. And you should see your profile right here. If not, you can obviously type Profile, VS Code, if you need to, and just click on that. And default region of US East 1. I actually don't want that region. I'm going to use a different one, but whichever region you choose, you can choose that here. I'm just going to say no. And I'm going to add US West 2. That's the region I typically use in my courses because there's so much default stuff that goes on in US East 1. I just prefer to stick with US West 2, but this is totally up to you. So once you've done that, you can go ahead and minimize that. And then open the extensions panel again. Let's go ahead and add something that'll give us a little Terraform syntax highlighting. Let's go ahead and type in Terraform. And as you can see, there is an official Terraform extension here. It's rated 2.5. It is pretty buggy. It might be better now that you're watching this video. Feel free to choose this one if you'd like. But I'm actually going to use this one here. It's just got a higher rating and it's been pretty consistent for me. So I'm going to install this one, just like so. All right, and I'm going to close that tab and close my extensions. So now that we've got our extensions installed, let's go ahead and create our working directory. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Open Folder, and I'm just going to set mine up in the Documents directory. Feel free to set this up wherever you'd like, of course, just like so. And then I'm going to create a new directory. And I'm just going to call it Terraform, just like so. All right, and I'm going to open that and hit Select Folder, just like so. All right, so now we have a working directory. We've got our extensions installed. Everything is ready to start the course. So go ahead and mark this lesson complete. Come on back to the next one and let's get started.